Hi everyone, Scribbler here, sounding still scratchy, but just not as bad as before because, I finally, after a year and a half, got my diagnosis of acute asthma and I own an inhaler now and it is crazy. Absolutely insane how much that has improved my life. Wow. So I'm not here to talk about health stuff. I had actually intended to do this as a proper trailer. Clearly that has not happened, despite all the best laid plans of mice and men, Afghanaglee. I ran out of time. So instead, you're getting this. I think the last time I did this was like 2 years ago during Halloween. Right, so people are asking me in every single video's comments a couple of questions, so I'm going to lay down for you what's going on this October. This October is going to be dominated pretty much by two projects. The first episode of which comes out this Saturday, is Lead Us Not, a G4/G5 grimdark crossover written by Bero Remedy and Aurora Dawn, the author of Rainbow Factory, which, now that I think about it, kind of connects it a little bit with last year since I wrote Parallel Worlds for Aurora Dawn's Rainbow Factory competition. That wasn't intentional, but here we go. So every Saturday of October, there will be one new episode of Lead Us Not. I have divided it into 4 parts, not the original, I forget how many there were in the original posting of the story, but it's been divided into 4 around about half an hour long episodes. They will come out every Saturday. Each week there will be a comic dub, and apart from this week, obviously, because this is Thursday and don't at me, there will be a comic dub and a creepypasta, most of which are written by me. One of them isn't. It is a long-standing project that I actually recorded for last year's Month of Macabre, which is why my voice is going to sound a lot better in that one. Ugh. But there will be a creepypasta written by me and or otherwise, blah, 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 blah. Repeating myself now. Because in the summer, as some of you may or might not know, I wrote I think the technical term is a fuck ton of creepypastas to go on the Lost Narrators channel, and I was narrating or adding vocals and then editing them all together for Lost to make sure that the algorithm continued to acknowledge her channel while she was not posting stuff because of her health issues. So we made sure that she had stuff to post. There are still some of those coming out at some point, but I've got some as well. And then at the end of the month, there will be this year's big Halloween special, which is going to be a totally original grimdark written by me called Ashes in Her Wake. And I am not going to tell you thing one about it. If you want to know anything, then you might want to go and see the original auditions video. Obviously, auditions have closed. We are putting it together now. But I will say it promises to be, if we can pull it off, pretty spectacular, I hope. With a little luck and some good wishes and possibly some duct tape. But anyway, we're trying really, really hard to get that out. Friendship is Tragic will be coming back, hopefully in either November or December. Same for Darkest Dawn. We are struggling a little bit on that one just simply because it is a longer episode than usual. And, well, allow me to introduce you to a concept that has come out of the Halloween Discord server that I use to produce these Halloween readings, but quite frankly it has become a bit of an overarching idea. We call her the Foo fairy, or the fuck you fairy, because she is basically a sassy little madam who goes around hitting people with a wand going fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you, and granting us all incredibly bad luck because, quite frankly, everybody, myself included, seems to have been struck by insane bouts of bad luck while we are prepping for all these projects, to the point where it almost feels like a little bit of a conspiracy. Obviously not. That is proper paranoia talking. But, yeah, it's weird how much stuff has gone wrong. If we manage to pull this off, it will be some kind of feat of miraculous divine intervention, maybe. It is entirely possible. We will need extra help with emergency art. I might be asking for help later this month. I don't know. I really hope I don't have to. Because I do not like asking people for help. It is one part, I'm a bit of a control freak. Yay, autism. But also, I just feel really bad asking people for things. So I'm really hoping we can do it on our own. If we can't, if we need some extra help, I will be opening emergency art auditions. So watch this space for that one. But hopefully, I will consume less caffeine than I did before starting recording this. But hopefully, everything will go according to plan. So to reiterate, every Saturday, a new episode of Lead Us Not. During the week, 1 comic dub, 1 creepypasta, culminating in the end of the month in Ashes in Her Wake, the biggie. And I hope that you all join us for those things. I'm gonna go now. I can't think of a good way to sign this off. Be lovely to each other and wish us luck, everybody.